What is up, y'all? Welcome to week number 3 of the Strong at Home series. We are kicking things off, of course, with lower body focused. We have a lot more complex movements coming up, focusing on eccentrics, isometrics, really getting the lower body to work for us and gain that strength. So all you need is a mat, a set of dumbbells, and that's really it. As always, we're gonna get started with the warm-up, about 5 minutes, and then I'll explain the set and get right into it. We're gonna start by opening up our inner thighs. So we have a nice wide stance here. Sink down into a low sumo position. You're just gonna rotate, dropping one shoulder to the ground, alternating right and left. Nice and controlled, nice and slow. Just warming up that lower body. Today's focus, again, it's week number 3, so we're gonna be halfway done with the whole series after this week is over. And these movements are similar to what you've seen. Make it to the top or the back of your mat, walk it out, but they're gonna have a slight little twist to it because I know you're already stronger. We're gonna make it a little bit tougher on you. Go into a downward facing dog. Bring your right foot up outside your right hand. Hold for a few seconds. Back into that downward facing dog. Left foot up outside your left hand. And you're just gonna rotate through right and left, making sure to open up through those hips. Slowly start to warm things up. One more side, or one more time each side. Nice. Now meet me back with that right foot aside that right hand. Drop your back knee and then twist open towards your right hand side. Dropping your elbow down, twisting towards that right side. Breathe through it. Switch it out, same thing, other side. Being that the warm-up is only about 5 minutes long, it is a little bit more condensed than I'd like to make it, but it is still effective and a great way to start every single workout. So if you have more time at home, make sure to warm up a little bit extra if you need it. Walk back in, and then we're sure to open up your hips. But for today's purposes, for the sake of time, we're gonna keep it to 5 minutes. You're gonna rotate that hip open, staying up nice and tall, balancing on that single leg, and really working into that rotator motion. Shake it out, same thing other side. Finding the fluidity in that hip joint, controlling the movement with that strength in your hip flexor. Other side, and shake it out. Now we're gonna start to open up through your hamstrings. So kick one foot back, send your hips back, reach your arms forward, back to the top, switch it out. Opposite leg kicks back, hips go back with it, arms go forward. Alternate right and left, right and left. Nice. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Start to go into body weight squats. Now, lower body. So we have quads working, glutes working, hamstrings working, core working, always. Keep it up. Now start to take it wide, go into a sumo squat. So feet are a little bit wider than hips distance. Toes pointed outwards is gonna put an emphasis on the strength of those inner thighs. Keep it up, reverse lunge in 3, 2, 1. Reverse lunge, tap, and stand back up. Tap, stand back up. Now, with all of these moves today, if you don't have weights handy, you can just use your body weight. But if you have your weights, obviously, you're just gonna make it a little bit tougher because you're adding in resistance to the movements. 3, 2, 1, shake it out. Last little bit of the warm up. We're just going into a low plank and we're gonna hold it here for about 30 seconds. Core is on, belly button tucked in, squeezing towards that spine. Shoulders should be over those elbows. Butt cheeks should be squeezing. Breathe through it. Last little bit of the warm up. Make sure our core is fired up in 10 seconds. Keep it up, keep it up. 3, 2, 1, and done. By now, body should be warm. Make sure you have a towel, your weight's handy, and let's explain the workout ahead. All right, today's set is only about 25 minutes. There's 6 moves ahead of us, 4 times per move, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. After that 4th round, we'll take a tiny little bit of a break just to regroup, grab different weights if we need them, and then move on to the next. First things first, we have an eccentric sumo squat, and we're gonna get started in about 30 seconds. For the squat today, I'm gonna go relatively heavy, not as heavy as I would go if it was a regular squat, but toes out nice and wide, dropping down. 1 count on the way up. Eccentric is slow on the way down. So at 3, 2, 1, push to the top. 3, 2, 1, push to the top. And that's how slow I want you to go. Nice and slow on the way down. Controlling that downward motion, pushing right back up. Notice where my legs are outside of my hips distance. Toes are pointed outwards, and knees are able to push the same direction as those toes. So you don't need to be completely parallel with the mat. 3, 2, rest. But you need to find that sweet spot. So however your hip mobility allows it, you can push your knees outwards so you can really target those inner thighs. 1 down, 3 to go. Here we go. Down, 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 push to the top. Eccentrics are a great way to build strength without adding in any extra weight. Because you're working against gravity, instead of just plopping down to the ground, you're able to control that movement, which makes it 10 times harder. And if you don't have access to a ton of different kinds of weights, they're a great alternative. 3, 2, 1, rest. 2 down, 2 to go. 2 down, 2 to go. Big inhale, big exhale. Assess the weight you have. If you need to go up, this is your opportunity to go up. There's only 2 more rounds. If you feel like it's good, stay where you're at. For me, honestly, this is perfect. I'm at about 30 pounds right here, and it's not super heavy, but it allows me to focus on my form and not let the weight take over. Slow, 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 slow. Drive. Nice. Slow, 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 slow. Drive. 10 seconds to go. Push. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Oh, my inner thighs are burning already. Last round, I'll show you from the side what things should look like, because I also, pro tip, want to make sure that you're not so straight up and down or leaning too far forward. Again, it's that sweet spot, just like with your feet, upper body, same thing. All right, shoulders pulled back and together, gripping that weight, driving down. Notice where my back is in relation to the rest of my body. I'm not hunching over or trying to tap the weight to the ground, because my range of motion doesn't allow that, and that's okay. But having a slight forward lean helps me keep the work out of my quads and helps give me more range of motion to sink down into that squat nice and deep. Slow, 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 and rest. transitioning right into an RDL with a pause. I want you to grab on to 2 weights. We're gonna go in about 40 seconds. So grab onto 2 weights. I'm gonna go down just a little bit to 20 pounds. And we're doing a regular RDL, but with a pause at the bottom. So when you reach the bottom of this move, hips go back, weights are right below my knees, back is flat, everything's pulled in tight. Come back up, push your hips back, stretch out through your hamstrings, pause for 2 seconds, and then return to the top. So still controlling the weight on the way down because you don't just fall into the movement, but emphasizing more on that isometric hold at the bottom of the move. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 rounds. Now working your posterior, so the back of that body. And for me personally, I'm very quad dominant. So RDLs like this that target your hamstrings, they're my best friend, which is why I love to program them. Nice, keep it up, keep it up. 3, 2, 1, rest. In RDLs, if you feel it in your low back, that's totally normal. That's that's okay. You don't want it to only feel it in your low back. You don't want it to be painful. So if you need to go down in weight, go down in weight, or adjust how you go through that movement. Maybe have a slight more bend in your knee. 3, 2, 1, round 2. Shoulder blades pinched together. Hips back, shut that drawer behind you, spread those cheeks, and pull. Keep it up, y'all. Nice. 15 seconds to go. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Oh, I feel it in my booty. I feel it in my bones. Yes. 10 seconds. Round 3. And let's go. Every rep matters here. Really focus again on that pause. 1, 2, at the bottom. Feeling where that stretch is at the bottom of that move. Stretch equals more activation, equals more growth, equals better strength. 3, 2, 1, rest. 2 down, 2 to go. Keep it up. Big inhale, big exhale. Last 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And by 2, I mean, this is our last set. Don't worry, I'm still counting. Sit, push, sit back, push. Nice, less than 20. Keep it up, y'all. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome job. We're gonna have another 40-second break here, and then moving on to an alternating reverse lunge. I'm gonna go into it with 1 dumbbell and focus on one side at a time. I encourage you to do the same. If you want to add on weight, feel free to add 2 weights. It's just gonna be harder, tougher for your legs. Obviously, the more weight you add, the more strength focused it is. But I'm gonna keep it to 1 weight today. We're going in 5, 4, left leg forward, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg first, stepping back, finding that 90-90, slight forward lean in that chest, and push. Focusing again on the stretch in that left glute, whatever the working leg is. Leaning forward helps you sink more into that exercise and stretch it out as you push through. Less than 10. 3, 2, 1, rest. We're going right through this. We're almost halfway done. 10 seconds, switch it out. Opposite hand and opposite foot. And we're on in 3. Shoulders pulled together, 2, 1. Anytime you load up a single arm for a lower body exercise or an upper body exercise, I almost mimic where that other weight would be in my other hand because it helps me mentally connect and not lean too far into one side. So if my right arm has it, my left arm is mimicking, grasping that weight in the air, keeping my shoulders square, hips square. 3, 2, and rest. One more time each side. One more time each side. Assess if you need to add more weight. For me, I'm honestly good. This is doing the job for me right here, so I'm gonna stick with it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you're following along in the 6-week program, this is week number 3. Every first workout of the week is lower body, then upper body, and the last 2 are full body. And I really hope that you realize just how strong you are and how much strength you can gain in just 6 weeks of constant effort. 3, 2, 1. Last time on the other side. If this is just your first workout with me, if you're just getting visiting the channel, I highly encourage you to go back and see what those other workouts are all about, because following a program, you're able to actually track your progress a lot better. 3, 2, 1. And yes, you can do workouts. You can do any one of my workouts on my channel, and it's gonna help you in the physical fitness department, in mental toughness. But it's tougher to track based on how much weight you use for a certain exercise. And that's what this Strong at Home is all about, is tracking and pushing and making the most out of the little equipment or little time you may have. 10 seconds. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Another 40-second rest here. Moving on to a weighted glute bridge. So we're gonna lay down, grab whatever weight you want. I may butt mine up to 30, just because I'm feeling crazy. I want that glute pump. 20 seconds. Both legs at the same time. Just make sure to add in that weight. If you don't have weights, obviously you can do it body weight. And again, focusing on the push, hold at the top for 2 seconds, and then release. Going into 3, 2, and 1. 4 rounds right here. Squeeze, slow down, tap, push. Slow down, tap, push. And notice too, on the way down, I'm not letting the weight drag me down or push into my hips too much. I'm really controlling how fast or how slow the weight moves, and I want you to do the same thing. Awesome, 20 seconds to go. We got this, we got this. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 1 down, 3 to go. You should really feel it in that glute med. A little bit in that glute min. 10 seconds. If you want to feel it even more, you can point your toes just slightly outwards. You're gonna feel it more on the outside of your glutes if you do it that way. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Hold, squeeze, tap. Hold, squeeze the top, slow down. I can really feel the isolation in my glute muscles. So if growing your glutes, building your strength in your glutes is a priority, this is a great exercise to add in. And you don't need a barbell, you don't need a bench. 3, 2, 1, rest. You just need your body and a dumbbell, okay? Okay. Awesome, y'all. 10 seconds. 2 down, 2 to go. Big deep breath. And let it rip. Tater chip. That's what my boyfriend says. Let it rip, tater chip. Southern accent comes out. Squeeze. Every time you come up, exhale. Push, drive through those heels. Less than 10. 3, 2, 1, rest. The weight also helps. A lot of times people hyperextend through their low back in these glute bridges. The weight helps keep your hips in line and keeps the focus in your glutes. So if you ever feel these in your low back versus your glutes, it's probably because you're hyperextending too much towards the top. 3, 2, 1. And what you're trying to do is not push your hips all the way up to the sky, but rather tuck your hips up and towards you as you squeeze that weight up. And driving through your heels allows you to do that because you automatically squeeze those butt cheeks. And then make sure to stop if you have a mirror when you're in line from your knee to your hip. And not pushing past that point. Push it, push it, push it, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. 40 seconds of rest here. And we move on. We are over halfway done with the workout. We have 2 exercises to go. We're now going into a lateral lunge, focusing on one side at a time. So in that lateral lunge, you're gonna hold one weight in your hand. You're gonna sit back into that lateral lunge and then come right back up top, adding in that movement and that functionality. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Sink back, sit low, and push. One side at a time. I want you to make sure you're not stepping too far out. If your foot is faced outward, I want you to make sure everything's always in parallel, sitting just far enough back that you start to feel that stretch in your glute, that you start to feel that glute med and glute min light up. Push. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Same thing other side. You might notice too, one side is stronger than the other. It's a very normal, but that's why we do these unilateral exercises. So we can even things out and find those weak points. 3, 2, 1. Sit side and push. Side and push. Nice and steady, y'all. Doing great. Doing great. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Breathe through it. You feel this in your low back again. A lot of times lower body exercises can lead to low back pain because either the depth, mobility, it's not functioning properly. So either go down in weight or even to body weight and focus in on the form and feeling it in the right place versus just trying to go as low as you possibly can, which isn't always the answer. Especially if our mobility is shit. It's not the answer. At least while we're lifting. Mobility is something we can work on without the weights and be very effective. Last 3, 2, 1, rest. Last time on this side, one more round of exercises, and we're done. Oh y'all, I'm feeling this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hip, knee, foot, nice long line. Oop, was too far on that one. Keep it up. This is a really tough exercise because it really recruits those small muscles, but also laterally, mobility-wise, a lot of us are really tight and lacking in that area. 3, 2, rest. Myself included, but they're awesome to add on and to get in those little nooks and crannies of your body. Last set, you don't need any equipment. We're actually gonna go into a kneeling lean back. So really targeting our quads here. We're gonna go in 20 seconds, but just to show you, arms out in front, lean as far back as you can, and then come right back up to center. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, 4 rounds, done. We're going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lean, 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 and back up through center. Really only going as far back as you can without falling completely on your back. Strength in those quads to keep you up and to pull you back up to center. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, rest. You can, if you're really freaking good at these, add in a weight at your chest. By all means, go for it. I'm very weak at this exercise. And so body weight is all I'm really gonna focus on today. And that's all I need for them to burn. 3, 2, 1. If you have access to a gym with a band or a TRX even, these are also great. You can modify with that and get a little bit deeper in the movement. But again, just sink back as far as you can go, keeping your body in a nice straight line, and then bringing back up. Not bringing your booty to your heels, but creating a little bit of a, what is it called, a right triangle? I don't know, it's not an isometric triangle. Isosceles? 3, 2, 1. I don't know, I'm not good at geometry, y'all. I can't tell you. But bringing it back, so you're not bringing your hips back like this, going back and up. You're making one strong line. Just like you're in a plank, you wanna keep everything nice and tight. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Lean back, push up. Lean back, push up. Round 3 of 4. Lean back, push up. Yes. 15. Less than 10. 3, 2, 1. Come on, quads. Final 40 seconds of work. We are almost there, y'all. We're almost there. Best round of the day. 3, 2, 1. Lean back, lean back. Hold, hold, and push. Even that extra 1 to 2 second hold at the bottom really makes a difference. Ten seconds to go, come on. Let those quads sing. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, great job. Let's do a little bit of light movement, stay up nice and tall. Bring those hips around town, opening things up. How do you feel post-workout? Just about 24 minutes of total work. Hopefully your legs are feeling good. Hopefully your body's feeling strong. Switch it the other way. Hope you feel ready to take on tomorrow's workout. It's upper body strength focused. Open up those hips. Awesome. Send your hips back, keep your legs as straight as possible. Just letting your head fall to the ground. Kind of sway side to side, open up through that low back, and then bend your knees, roll all the way up, reach overhead, and then all the way down one more time. Opening up the backs of your legs, swinging your hips side to side, bend your knees, roll all the way up, reach, and we are done. Congratulations. Thank you for completing the workout, joining me today. I am so freaking proud of you. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow along for the rest of the workouts if you're doing this in real time, and I'll see you in tomorrow's workout. Bye, y'all.